Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. Welcome back to your chemistry class. Today you will study about some salts in the chapter Acids, Bases and Salts, part 11. See common salt. First of all, you see the common salt. Common salt, what is common salt? It is a raw material for chemicals. The common salt is obtained from sea. You know that when seawater is evaporated, we get common salt. So this common salt is an important raw material for various materials of daily use, such as the sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, and many more chemicals, right? And this common salt, you know what is this common salt? This is NaCl, and this is also known as table salt, as you use in kitchen. It is the main ingredient of your all salty dishes in kitchen, right? Whatever you prepare, it needs a salt, and we use this common salt, right? And this is the raw material for various chemicals like sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, and some other chemicals. First of all, we will see about sodium hydroxide. How is it prepared? When electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride. So, aqueous solution of sodium chloride means sodium chloride is dissolved in water, and it readily you can say dissolves in water and makes an aqueous solution. That is why it is called alkali, right? And this aqueous solution of sodium chloride is known as brine. So if it is asked what is brine solution, you can write it is the aqueous solution of sodium chloride. So as electricity is passed through this solution, it decomposes. Decomposes means, you know that decomposition reactions takes place, means the substance breaks up into different other substances. So it decomposes to form sodium hydroxide, and the process is called the chlor-alkali process. And why it is called chlor-alkali process? This is also asked. So chlor for chlorine, because chlorine is formed during the process, and sodium hydroxide is also formed during the process. Alkali for sodium hydroxide. So always remember why the process is called chloro-alkali process, because chlor for chlorine and alkali for sodium hydroxide. And the reaction which takes place here, that is sodium chloride, its aqueous solution, means the solution is in water, and it forms sodium hydroxide plus chlorine and plus hydrogen. So this is the reaction. See how does electrolysis done for this reaction. Aqueous solution of sodium chloride is taken in this container. First of all, though, remember always whenever the electrolysis is done, then for this process 2 electrodes are required. One electrode behaves as a positive electrode, one behaves as a negative, and these 2 electrodes are attached with the battery, right? And the positive electrode is known as the anode, whereas the negative electrode is known as cathode. And when electricity is passed, this is the key, this is the switch. When switch is on and electricity is passed, this aqueous solution of sodium chloride breaks up. It decomposes into hydrogen that collects at cathode, chlorine that collects at anode, right? And sodium hydroxide that is formed near cathode. So remember always, hydrogen is positively charged, it will collect at cathode, right? Because positive and negative attract each other. In the same way, chlorine is negatively charged, so it collects at anode. This is a diagram in your NCERT book also. This is a salt. So in this salt, when aqueous solution of this salt is made, that is the brine solution, electricity is passed, then we get hydrogen at cathode, chlorine at anode, and sodium hydroxide, right? And these three are the different products. Sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. Yeah, we are doing the manufacturing of NaOH, but at the same time we are getting hydrogen also and chlorine also. So whenever in a process, along with the product, this is a product, along with the product, if another things which are producing are also utilized somewhere, these are called byproducts, right? So which byproducts we get here? That is hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen is used for fuels, as fuel, and as in margarine, ammonia for fertilizers also, right? And chlorine is used in water treatment, in swimming pool also, in PVC, in disinfectants, and in CFCs, pesticides. And sodium hydroxide, it is used in decreasing metals, soaps and detergents, in paper industry and in artificial fiber industry, right? And these two, hydrogen and chlorine, makes hydrochloric acid, whereas this hydroxide and chlorine makes bleach. So practice the diagram, learn all these uses also. So now you have got it that chlorine is given off at anode, remember it? Hydrogen gas at cathode. Sodium hydroxide solution is formed near the cathode, and the three products produced in this process, these all are useful. Chlorine is also useful, hydrogen is also useful, and sodium hydroxide is also useful. What are the properties of sodium hydroxide? It is a white translucent solid, means light can pass through it, but it is not transparent. Right? As you see sometimes some window glasses which are translucent. You cannot see at the another side of the glass, though in the transparent glass you can see. So I hope you have understood, though you have learnt this term before also. So it is a translucent solid that melts at 591 Kelvin, means its melting point is 591 Kelvin. It is readily soluble in water, as I told you that easily it gets dissolved in water to make a strongly alkaline solution. Crystals of sodium hydroxide are deliquescent. Deliquescent means it has a tendency to absorb moisture from air and dissolve in it. Means if you will keep it open in moist air, you will see that it has some water in it. So why? Because it has the property of deliquescent, means it absorbs water, moisture from air, and it gets dissolved in this. Right? Uses of sodium hydroxide, as we have done, it is used in the manufacture of soaps, detergents, paper, and artificial silk industry. It is also used for degreasing metals, and it is also used for purification of bauxite ore. So please learn the preparation and the uses of sodium hydroxide well, and even learn this term also, deliquescent, right? Now next salt is bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is used to disinfectant water also, right? And even you know that bleaching is done to fade the color also. In the textile industry also it is used. So bleaching powder, we have already come to know that chlorine is produced during the electrolysis of aqueous solution aqueous sodium chloride, that is brine, and this chlorine gas is used for manufacture of bleaching powder. And this bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slaked lime. So, how it is prepared? You know that chlorine which is prepared when we did the electrolysis of sodium chloride, that is of the brine solution, at that time we got chlorine also, or you can say chlorine is also produced at the time. And this chlorine gas is used for manufacture of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine on dry slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice. So bleaching powder is represented as calcium oxychloride, CaOCl2. Learn the formula of bleaching powder, learn the chemical name of bleaching powder, that is calcium oxychloride. Though the actual composition is quite complex, you will learn the reaction also, that is CaOH whole twice, right, plus action of chlorine, that is plus chlorine gas, gives calcium oxychloride, that is CaOCl2 plus H2O. You can see the reaction is already balanced. Calcium 1 here, 1 here, O2, 1 O here and 1 O here, 2, Cl2 here, Cl2 here, H2 here and H2 here. So the reaction is already balanced. What are the uses of bleaching powder? It is used for bleaching cotton, right, and linen in the textile industry, for bleaching wood pulp in paper factories, and for bleaching washed clothes in industry, right, because it removes the color. If suppose what happens in the dyeing industry, you know that if suppose they want to color any clothes, so first of all they have to bleach it. So that's why this bleaching powder is used there. It is also used as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industry. It has oxygen, so it can supply oxygen. So it is used as an oxidizing agent in many industries. It is also used for disinfecting drinking water to make it free from germs. So these all are the uses of bleaching powder. Please learn the uses, please learn the chemical name, the formula, the reaction and how it is prepared. So 2 salts you have learned today, that is sodium hydroxide and bleaching powder. Please learn well, right? Thank you. Have a good day.